Hi, I'm Uns Swanström and welcome to my channel. This is a channel all about UX and product design. Today I'm challenging myself with a UX redesign. And what is that? That means that I'm going to redesign an app, but not actually change the visuals of the app. So I am going to comply with the visual style that the app already has and redo the functionality and how you do things in the Xiaomi app. So I have a robot vacuum cleaner that I love, and I'm not sponsored, I promise. I just happen to really love my robot vacuum cleaner. Vacuuming is normally something I really hate. And now I have a robot that does it for me. It makes me way more like Princess Leia, having a robot sidekick. Help me, Roborock S6. You're my only hope. However, I am not totally in love with the companion app that goes with my vacuum cleaner. There's nothing much wrong with the design, the look of the app, but the UX, how it works and how you navigate around, has a few little things I'm not quite in love with. Take a look at this.
So here is the Xiaomi app. And as you can see, when I open it, it goes to this page, Arnold's apartment. And here I can see my robot vacuum cleaner. There's also this rooms tab with empty rooms on it. And that's empty. There's this automation page that's empty. And if no, there's not really much I can do here. And then there's my profile, which has more empty. Yeah, so the only place in this like main level of navigation where I can actually do something is if I go to devices, and there's my robot vacuum cleaner. There's also this important plus button where I add any new devices that I happen to buy. So this page is reasonable, but other than that, I only need this one. So here we have Marvin, and I can see him at my apartment, but this is the view that I have some issues with. I think that the main thing that I do here is like clean, and clean looks like a navigation option. I don't really like this pattern that this is an action that starts the robot, and it's right down there next to the thing that like, so it's kind of hard to do the only action that I would do in the app. And then there of course is oh, we can see it going. Go, little robot, go. Oh, so cute. Oh, so cute. He's going. Okay, and I can zoom on this map, and I can pause, and I can ask him to go back to the dock. Yes, go back. And then, but like, I don't really, I want this to be more action oriented and less like navigation, and these action buttons I never ever use. This menu right here with the no-go zone is a little, well, I mean, it's not, I mean, I use this to put out no-go zones, but, and this manage map, never ever use. So, because you can't really do anything, you can only delete maps, so I don't really think that belongs in an action button right there. So let's see if we can make some changes. So the first problem I have with the Xiaomi app is that on the main page of the app, where I spend most of my time, which is this page, it shows me where in my apartment the robot vacuum cleaner actually is. So that's my robot vacuum cleaner right there. His name is Marvin, of course. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the super smart robot who is also very, very depressed, which I would be too if I had to clean all day. Down here is my main problem area. Here is the two states of my robot when it is out cleaning and when it is docked and fully charged. So here we have, when it's out cleaning, it has two states. One is pause and one is dock, so go back to the dock. And when it is at the dock and it's fully charged, it has one action, which is clean, and the other one is just an information label. And for me, that is a big no-no when it comes to UX, to mix actions that are clickable with just information about the state of a thing. That makes it really hard for me as a user to understand what is clickable and what is not. And we do not, that is something I hope that we can address. So let's just write some notes. Problem things. Those two floating action buttons, I think they're misused. I think those two functionalities, this one is I can decide the mode of my vacuum cleaner. This little guy, that's where I delete maps that the vacuum cleaner is saved. I don't think that belongs in one of the main action buttons. So that's gonna get tidied away into a menu, and the same thing goes for how much suction the vacuum cleaner should use right now. I think that for me, that is really a set and forget setting and not something I do on a day-to-day. So those two are going to get cleared out and live in a menu. Here, you can set what type of cleaning program your robot should be on when you hit this clean button. You can either have it clean everything, go around my whole apartment, or you can have it clean just one room or two rooms or a specific zone. For instance, if you have like a dark carpet in your house and your white cat decides to roll around on the dark carpet right after your vacuum cleaner has gone round, then maybe you want to do a zoned cleaning of just that carpet. The second problem I have with this app is that I can tell that it's really designed for scale. It's designed to house all of, It's designed to house all of the apps that Xiaomi produce and make. And for somebody who just has one device, who has just bought their first smart home appliance and is really excited about it, for that person, this app feels really empty. So I'm going to design the navigational structure of the app to benefit users who only have one device. But that I will do next week. So this is going to be a special two-part episode where I will do a navigational redesign next week. So today we are doing problem number 1, which is the action versus navigation in the main view. Let's do this. What I normally do is I take screenshots of the existing app and then I kind of edit out the parts that I want to change. By doing so, you don't have to redesign or like spend time crafting design elements that are already there in the app. So you can just like make changes where you see fit. So here is a screenshot from the app. And at this point, Marvin is at the dock, he's fully charged, and yeah. So let me make an artboard. Artboard, you should fit the artboard. And then I'm gonna help the app out because I used to have a mirror over here that tricked Marvin into thinking that there was another room right there. And I've moved that mirror around in my apartment. So it used to be here and then it was over there, and then I hung it on the wall. So Marvin is a little bit confused and thinks I have a bigger apartment than I have. But then again, I'm sort of fine with that. So let's group these three, and that is the image. So in here, I'm also gonna block out all of this. But before we do so, I'm gonna reuse the icons. So let me just copy this image, and this is, if I was doing this project for realsies, then I would have gotten the iconography from Xiaomi if they were my client, but they are not. So herefore, I'm just gonna have to get the icons the quick and dirty way. So I'm just like cropping this image so that only the icons, I only have the icons. Okay, there is one icon, two icon, I know I said I wasn't gonna change any of the design, but there is one design change I am just dying to make, and it is to this clean icon. Like I see their idea here, that like squiggle is to mimic the movement that the robot makes when it's out cleaning. But I think like we can make it a little more literal by just adding a little circle to the design. Like just by doing that, like, see? It's like it's a little robot. There's a little robot and it's making its squiggle line, and yeah. So that is, that's a change I'm gonna make. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so here I have my icons that I'll be using, and these are some little ones that they use in the action buttons. I'm not sure I'm gonna use them, but there they are. So keep them around to see if they come in handy. Okay, so the first idea I have on how to improve this is just to focus on one thing. What is the main thing this app should do? And that is clean. Like just start the thing, no settings, nothing. Block out everything here with some white, and we'll just start fresh. So how about if we borrow the idea of a floating action button and play with that idea? Maybe, okay, wait. There's one thing I don't want to do here. I don't want to block out this bar where you change from one app to the other, like at the bottom of your phone. Floating action button. Let's try that first. So either I could go online and just look for floating action button Figma, and just like see if there are any Figma resources, material design styles, and I could go in there and just like copy a floating action button. But I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna try to copy the style that I saw in this little button over here. So let's see. Make it, maybe it's like 60. Okay, the button there, and let's make it white with a drop shadow effect. Okay, so a nice drop shadow effect. Maybe it's something like 10, 13, 3. Ooh, so discreet. And on there, I want the clean icon. You kind of want it to look like there's the same amount of air on each side of the thing. So, especially when you have like a shape like this, you need to go up a little bit from where the actual center is. Okay. So a floating action, this is very, very clean. So where do the other things go? So if maybe this has to be so that when I click this thing, a menu, it transforms into some kind of menu or something. You know what? If you want to see my design for yourself, you can just go down into the description and the link to my design document will be right there, and you can just jump in and see the sketches for yourself. I mean, this is okay, but not great. So floating, I'm being too critical of myself. Don't be critical mid-process. This is just one concept, and we will do many concepts. So what about if instead of a fab button, you take this button and you, bye-bye, and you make it a rectangle. That is 65 is too much. It's 60. But you are maybe rounded corners. But otherwise you are the same style as your properties. And we could have like a text here that says clean, clean. You are too big, maybe 20. And you are also too light, maybe a medium. And I will make you smaller with K. K, when I discovered that quick command for scale, game changer. Okay, so it's clean. I don't like that you're black. That's too, we don't use black in this app. I think this is more like a 3. Calming. Yes. So maybe you could be bigger though. And you can be this, and group you, and then center you in button. And normally what I would do is I'd use the Figma Mirror app and I'd look at how it looks in my phone. But you are in my phone. I'm filming with my phone, so I can't do that right now. So we'll just have to wing it. Clean, I don't like that it's so square. Maybe this should be completely rounded off. Round corners. Yes, thank you. And why are you not properly centered in this button? Thank you. Clean. Doesn't have to be that big though. Let's try making this smaller. Smallsier. Yeah. Clean. So it's just like one. Boop. Oh, I haven't made any prototyping settings. Show prototyping settings. I want you to be iPhone 11 Pro and you can be midnight green. Okay, clean. I think, yeah, this is an okay direction. So, what about the functionality that I got rid of? Where does it go? Interesting problem, because now it's clean, but I also got rid of all of the good functionality in the app. So let's revisit. It's this we need. So something I think is really annoying is that you have to first tap room and then tap on the map in order to actually mark that room. I think if the room is on the map, I should be able to tap it, and let me explore that direction. So what if here we had like two tabs where one is like room cleaning and one is zone cleaning? That could work. Let's try it out. Okay, so we're here, we click this room, and then I click zone, room, zone, room, zone, room, zone. Okay, that actually worked. Yay! And it changes what it says it's gonna do, so that's good. I get some more clarity on. And if I want to go back, I would click there. Let's just add that so I can test it better. Okay, you know what? I think this header shouldn't just say Marvin right there, because that's superfluous. Because that information isn't really helping me at this point. So maybe we can make better use of that real estate. No, you're not. Little tricksy little thing. So it's like click, and then it's where do you want to clean, and I can clean this room, clean one room, or clean zone. And go back. Okay. However, I have invented a little bit of a new design aesthetic here, because this type of they have tabs in another place in the app, like right here, but it's not exactly designed the same way that I've done it, and I think this is also a little bit unclear which one is the active one. So what I would do maybe to enhance which one is active, I would do what they've done up over here in this setting, where the one, it has a little bit of a bolder text. But this is a little bit different. Like this blue menu, this blue tab menu under the menu, maybe I can do something that's even more aligned with a design that they have already, with over here in room zone all. Maybe I can use that little frame. Click, and it's zone, it's room, it's zone, it's room, it's zone, it's room, zone, room, zone, room. And then of course I could click more rooms, and or maybe a zone. Okay, I like this. I like this. It's room and it's zone, zone and it's room. So that feels like I've gotten all of those features in there, this room zone all. So what about when I'm actually running my robot and I have these options, pause and dock? Oh, they're so close to the bottom of the screen. This was not made with newer iPhones in mind. Nope, not at all. Let's tackle what it looks like when the robot is out cleaning my house. This is my robot vacuum cleaner. No, 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 no. Okay, so what does it look like? What are the states when it's out driving? Then we have these. We have go to dock and pause. Let's copy this little art bird. I just noticed there's a line right here, like on the right side of that. That's very annoying. I'm never going to be able to unsee that. When Marvin's out cleaning, I want to be able to pause, and I want to be able to tell it to go back to dock. If, for instance, when I'm home working and I'm in a meeting and he's like, starting scheduled cleaning, then I want to be able to tell it to go back to sleep. So I'm thinking, like, we have these buttons. That button style should work also here, and even when I have two things I want to do. So, but they need to be smaller, and you need to have a reasonable amount of space so you don't feel cramped. And here it should say dock, and here it should say pause. Okay, so now I need to make sure that this text layer is wider than the word actually is, and there's a button for that. You can just press here and the text layer becomes the same width as the button, or like the text. And that's really useful because if we're gonna center this in the button, then I need it to be the right width. See over here, when I'm gonna center this, it's like center, and it's like, I'm centered, but it looks terrible because the length of the text layer is too long. And let's replace those icons with these guys, and they are very big. You go bye-bye. You go in there. And K means resize. And I'm gonna resize you to something better. How high are you? You are like 1844. It's very weird sizing. Image, I'm gonna crop you real good. And that makes you 1718. So in the best of worlds, you will be 17. You and you should also, yes. Good girl. And you should live inside of your button right in that group so that it works. And okay, make you smaller, all right? Like it's difficult, like when I'm using an image like this and like the padding is off on both of these. Yeah, you want the same padding on all your icons. But now, since I'm just doing the quick and dirty way of getting these icons, I'm just gonna crop them as tight as possible so that they're equal. Like that. So these should be 40 from the edge. They are not. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, ba-dum. How far are you from the edge? You should be 40. You're 39, you're 39. All of you are 40. And you are not centered. You are centered. You are centered. And you are a group and you're centered. Okay, so now we've matched the styles between these buttons. And so if I click the clean button, I will go here, start cleaning. No. That doesn't make any sense. No, if I do pause or dock, actually, it doesn't matter which one, we'll go back to the screen. Let's try it. So if I press clean, it starts cleaning. It's clean. If I press dock, it goes back to the dock. And I love that you can see where it's been. It's like it's handing in a like, I clean the house report every day. Clean, dock, clean, dock, clean, dock. You know what? I think we have it. I think we've solved this UX problem. We started with this problem that actions in the main view of this app looked exactly the same as static info text. We also had a whole lot of actions down here that could live inside of this menu. And as you can see, it says fully charged here, 100% battery here, and fully charged here. So I don't think this is needed information. They just put it in there because there was an unoccupied label. And switching like this between something being actionable and something being just information is not good UX. I did a few different explorations, and doing different explorations is a great way of pushing yourself and not just falling in love with your first idea, because when you iterate, your end result is going to be better. I think that it's a really good practice to always make several versions of your design. Even when you're a very experienced designer, iterating on your designs is going to make it better. So always iterate and make several versions of almost the same thing, because as you move along, things are gonna steadily become better. So I made this floating action button version that I didn't like at all because it actually made it more complicated. You had to click several times to get to what you wanted to do. Then I have this look of the button that didn't really work. A full-fledged button, didn't like that either. And here we had some kind of tab type thing going on, which is okay, but not really in sync with how the app looks like right now. And the challenge was to redesign it, but not change the visual design. And here is my final design that I am really happy with. Actually, I think the button texts could be a little bit smaller. They look a little clunky. There we go. Always double check before you think you're done. So here are the final results of this UX redesign. Here is the main main page of this app. It is the map of my apartment, and I can see my little robot here charging. The number one thing I want to do on this page is to ask the robot to start cleaning. And that's super obvious because right here there is one big button that says clean. And now Marvin is cleaning, eating the dust. And in this mode there are two options. There's the pause and there's the dock option. And here I can ask it to go back to dock. And it'll go back to its home. We're back in where we started, and from here I can also click the different rooms that Marvin has mapped himself of my house. So here I click the living room, and if I do so, that becomes highlighted and it asks me, where do you want to clean? And it's a room, so it says room. And then I get the option to clean one room, which I can do. Or I can flip over to zone. It asks me to place the zone that I want to clean. And of course, if I start clean one room, or I want to clean the zone, that should go to the cleaning. I'm not going to make specific cleaning, but you get it, it starts cleaning. So I press this room, I can clean that room, and it starts cleaning. Normally you would see this little robot kind of like start running around here, but this is a prototype, so you'll have to make do with my sound effects. I'm really happy with this, and I think that I have really improved I really want this type of service to be very easy and straight to the point. What am I supposed to do? In this view, I'm supposed to start cleaning, and that's the button. The action is clear. And once it's cleaning, what I can do is also very clear. Actions go in buttons. I've also made the map more interactive, because before you couldn't just click the map. You had to first click this little room thing, and then you could select something on the map. So with this redesign, I've also made the map more interactive, and I also think it's a bit more intuitive. So those were my UX redesigns of the main view in the Xiaomi Roborock S6 app. And I hope you join me next time when I will be taking on a navigational UX redesign of the same app. So I hope you had a good time watching me work. Now, if you want to see my design files, make sure to check out the description of this video, and you can just come into my design files. Thanks so much for the love that I received on my last video. I would love it if you took the time to write a comment on this one, please. So until next time, bye. Like, subscribe, like, subscribe, like and subscribe. I want to like, subscribe, and like and subscribe. I want you to like and subscribe. Like, and subscribe. Bye-bye.